hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So this is where I talk about twin flame process, and these are the monthlies by sun sign for September 2023. If anybody wants to get a more in-depth personal reading or do a Skype session, all my information is on my website and the link to that is in the description box below. So I hope you have a very good month. Lots of love and see you in the next video. September 2023. So let's have a look at Aquarius. Alright, so they're showing me the Four of Pentacles, which is the now moment. And then they're showing me a great big white light, like a sabre, like a lightning flash going through the now moment. Great big shift right now. Information, the light may be meaning information coming in. Decisive, they're saying a deciding factor. Something that swings like just what do you say? It's like a decisive moment. So that changes the balance. They're saying swings it in one direction. You know, like you're in a like should I, shouldn't I, and it's like okay, I should. It's something like that. There's a really decisive moment coming for you this month, and I feel it's right at the get-go of the month as well, so almost straight into the month, and you're going to have like a great big decision to make, and there's no getting away from the answer. So I've got your energy moving really quickly through this decision. It's guided. It's completely guided. So you know it feels like okay, should I, shouldn't I? But there's going to be no doubt as to which way you're going to go, really, because the light that's moving through the now moment is like a shard of light. It's like fast moving light. So it's like guided through higher consciousness. It's like sweeping you off your feet, basically. So you're going to make a very fast decision. Because you have to, because it's guided, because it's meant to be, and it's going to move you. It's going to be like almost before you've even thought about the thing. It's going to be like something's coming in and sweeping you off your feet, basically. Let's have a look. Aquarius, what's coming in? You're going to have no time to weigh up the pros and cons. They're saying you're going to have no time. I don't know, I'm not an Aquarius, but what they're saying is that you like to spend a lot of time thinking about things and, you know, weighing it up and should I, shouldn't I, and what about this and what about that, and deliberating and ruminating. And they're saying you're not going to be doing any of that. It's going to be like, you're going to be like, phew, I'm done, that's it. I made my mind up, I'm going, I'm forward, and I'm off. Like a horse out of the starting gate. And the race is on. Basically, very fast moving, swept away with the tide. It's like I got lots of laughter coming. You're not going to have time to think, am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing? You're just going to do it. I think later, it feels like later you're going to be like, oh God, I didn't even think about it. I just did it. And it's going to be so. They're saying it's like so out of character for you to just like do that. You like to think. They're saying you like to be logical. You know, you like to weigh up the pros and cons. You like to come at things from a very intellectual perspective, as though, you know, I've worked it out in my head and I've thought about it for this length of time and I've decided, you know, I've looked at all the factors, and they're saying it's just so out of character, and it almost feels as though you have this like ingrained in you, this part of your Aquarian programming where you feel, even if you don't have to explain things to somebody else as to why you did something, you like to have that explanation. So if someone was to ask you, why did you do that? You can say, well, because I worked out this and I thought about that. So you've always got that. It's like an intellectual almost, like you want to show your intellectualism to everybody so that they can see how you work things out. You know, it's part of your beingness. So this is so out of character, they're saying, because you're not going to have that backup. So if somebody asks you later, which is always they're saying it's always in your mind, when someone asks me later, then I can explain to them why I did it. But in this case, you're not going to have a leg to stand on, because you're just going to be like, well, I just did it. And it's almost, you look at people like that, they're saying as like fools or whatever, like people that don't think about things, because you're very intellectual and you're very thoughtful sign. And this is just so against the grain for you, they're saying. So, but it's going to be an instant decision you're making. It's completely guided. It's completely, like, there isn't really a decision to make. It's almost like your gut, your vibrational self is like, okay, what are you going to do about this? Never mind, because we've already decided. It's like just a kind of like, what do they say? It's like they're just paying you lip service, like, what are you going to decide? Oh, no, don't worry, it's already done for you. So, and a lot of laughter, like I said, there's a lot of laughter, like vibrationally, like energetically, because it's like you're swept off your feet and you're not good. It's kind of like this energy of you, like, you can't even access the view mirror, let alone look in it somehow. Oh, look, the sun. So really good energy, really like a bright thing coming in, like really like just an explosion of light, basically. And then we've got 2 of Pentacles, 2 people showing up in the physical. And we've got the Tower, which is like a crescendo and an instant like lift-off moment, like an explosion again, like a rocket fuel injection. So again, it's like this 2 people coming in, twin flames, and you just lift off and you're off without even thinking about it. It's just, I just say it again, it's really like, I've got like 2 people in a sports car, open top sports car, just say like speeding off into the future, basically, and smiling, and the wind in their hair, and the top is open, the sun is shining. It's that kind of energy, like woohoo, and off we go. And then we've got 6 of Swords, which is a let go. Queen of Pentacles, which is coming back down to ground. And the Fool, which is a brand new journey. What we've got here? Ending, 9 of Swords, so an ending in the mind. Fear, ending of fear. And Magician, which is manifestation. And having everything you need. And then underneath, Page of Pentacles, which is form showing up. So it's form showing up in your physical life, the Queen of Pentacles. This is like the essence of you grounded, right? So this is like your fundamental everyday life, basically. So this is how you function in your everyday life, which they're saying it's mental energy, but it's very grounded. It likes to have all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed, right? You like to have everything in a way that you can explain it later. Explanation is very Aquarian. You like to be able to, prove you like to be able to prove your mechanisms, like how you come to the conclusions. You like to be able to show your, like when you used to do maths as a kid, and you had to always, in the exams, you always had to show your work. Like you couldn't just give the answer to the equation, you had to show how you worked it out. That's like the Aquarian, they like to show how they work things out, so it proves their intelligence, right? And we've got the form coming on that, right? So basically the form coming on you and who you are. And then we've got this really bright experience coming here in the sun, like this huge like bolt of light. It's like a comet. Or a shooting star. Something's coming really fast and fast at you out of like nothingness. An experience of light, manifesting the Magician. You having everything you need, but you got here like the essence of you in a physical manifestation, like who you are, right? So that's everything, right? Your emotions, your mentality, your physicality, and also your vibrationality. But so often the vibrationality is not considered because it's out of sight. So what humans consider is the physicality, the emotionality, and the mentality. And you're an air sign, so let's say that because you're an air sign, you're mental, so you're going to consider the mentality a lot more. You're also a communicator, so it's communication and mentality. So even emotionality and physicality in your functionality takes a backseat to your mentality, right? But you still are all four of those things. You're all of them here in the Magician. It takes all of them to manifest. What's coming in is coming through your vibrationality, your emotionality, your mentality, your physicality. It's not just coming through your mentality. You're going to be caught off guard, they're saying, by something that's coming in that's not just the one part of you that you are so used to dealing with. It's coming from all of you. And we've got that coming in there, the Tower, which is a huge like blast off. And then an ending, basically, to everything that you've gone through. Maybe this is like your twin flame process. So I don't know, because I'm not an Aquarian. I don't have any Aquarian in my chart. So in a way that Aquarians deal with being in a twin flame process, maybe you mentalize it. Maybe you're considering all the time and you're thinking about it all the time and you're trying to come to conclusion all the time and you're trying to work it out all the time through the mental aspect, being a mental sign. Whether you're masculine or feminine, this is a feminine in the middle. And mentality is very masculine. It's the ego. So maybe that's what you've always done and that's how you've always considered this process through a mental aspect. It's coming to an end, right? And it's a let go here mentally as well. And then we've got two people and fear. Mentality is so often fear because it's anything that is lower than higher consciousness is fear. Anything that comes through a mental aspect is always going to hit up against a oh no energy, right? Because mentality does not know everything. It cannot know. Higher consciousness is the overseer, right? It just knows because it's all of it, right? It feels it. It sees it, it hears it, it vibrates it, right? It's all of it. So it just is all knowingness. High consciousness is all knowingness without any logic or reason. It's beyond logic and reason, right? So logic and reason, although very functional in a human perspective, cannot attain the understanding of higher consciousness because they are lower than that. And they never will. And I'm not saying anything against an Aquarius. I'm saying it's just a whole human thing. They just can't. It cannot reach the heights of higher consciousness, which is an all-knowingness through every single sense of being, right? And that includes your whole beingness. So that knowingness that comes through higher consciousness comes through your, not just we call your vibrational self, but what is your vibrational self? Your vibrational self is your multidimensional self. Your multidimensional self is everybody you have ever been, everybody you ever will be, everybody you are right now. And when we're saying everybody, that's not just every human being, that's every dimensional being you are right now. That's in every plane of existence you're in right now. That's beyond, like, so if you're 1% human, you are 99% other beingness. And that is 99% plus the 1% of which is human, which is 100% higher consciousness, compared to the 1% which is human, which operates from a lower understanding of logic and reason and the mentality, right? So your vibrationality is so much more than just the word vibrationality. It's everythingality. It's all beingality, right? It's multidimensionality. So this is coming through that essence of that. It's going to sweep you off your feet. It's going to just not even acknowledge any thought. You're going to not be able to think, right? You're not going to be able to think because, like they just said, fear is thinking, because thinking is lower consciousness and it always wants to arrive at a but or what if or oh no. It's always going to come up against a hard-edged human perspective, which is not higher consciousness. So you're going to move beyond fear this month, letting go, Six of Swords mentally, which is letting go, just sweeping through that, basically. And then a new journey here. What we've got underneath? Form showing up. So it's this thing showing up. It's got to be twin flame because there's Two of Pentacles there. King of Swords there. That's the mastery of the mind, which basically, what's the mastery of the mind? It's not thinking. I do not think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I am, right? Mastery of thinking is not thinking. So it's coming through lack of thought, not thought. And underneath, Page of Pentacles, and we've got more form showing up, which is Knight of Pentacles. We've just got all this, like, this swoosh of, like, physical energy moving in. There's proof in the pudding, they're saying. It's like the proof of manifestation. And this, what's going to arise in you is this just like a resounding like, oh my God, okay, I see it all now, I understand, which is mastery through the mind, which is not everything can be worked out through the mind, because actually what's just happened in my life, what's coming in for a new journey is coming through not what I thought it was. It's coming through absolutely none of what I thought it was. Right, it's not coming through none of my machinations, my ruminations, none of my logications, my rationalizations, none of my ifs or buts, or my what is, or what could be, or what should be, or how it could be. None of my whatever it is that I'm thinking in my head. It's coming through pure nothingness. Right, and then we've got masculine and feminine coming together in the Chariot on the Sun. Masculine energy, King of Wands manifesting there, the Tower, the Moon, coming in with the Moon, like we said, right at the get-go of the month. Nine of Swords ending in the mind, and what it is that you deliberate over, you remove yourself from, right? So this is something emotional that you've tried to logicize, which is what you would do because you're a mental sign. So you've been trying to work out your emotions around something that you can't work out. You can't work it out emotionally, you can't work it out mentally, because it's not that. It's vibrationally. It's twin flame, which is vibrational. It has no lower meaning. It has no lower. You cannot be working it out from the mind or from the human emotions. It can only be understood from the highest self. Two of Pentacles and the now moment. So you've got two people coming in on the now moment, which is the first thing we saw. Fear and changing, vibrationally changing through fear. So it's literally like this feels like nothing can get in the way of it, right? So there's a change coming in terms of like thought. There's a change coming in terms of like how you could fear something. So there's a change coming in how you are, where the pride of place in where your brain goes. So your brain's coming down from the top of the Christmas tree and your vibrational self's being stuck on the top of the Christmas tree. Like, okay, that's the one, right? So there's a change coming in terms of like how your operation, your programming, you are shifting. Five of Wands is going to be shifting around your operating mechanism, Aquarius, and the mastery of the brain in this lifetime. So you're actually going to be accessing higher consciousness this month. You're going to be going up there and you're going to be staying there, and you're never going to come down from there. So you will know more than you've ever known, and you'll still use your brain, but this is where you know more than you've ever known before, and you operate from a state of higher consciousness. And then you're probably going to come back down and use it with your brain. So maybe you're going to come back down and write a book with it, teach people with it. I've got like this programming running through, really fast programming running through, and you churning out a load of information basically. Because your brain's like a computer, they're saying. So you're going to be able to just reprogram other people, basically. Let go in the brain. Masculine and feminine coming together, strength card for healing. A new journey in the Fool. And no mind, Four of Swords, from a state of no mind. So you're going to arrive in a state of higher consciousness. Your twin flame reunion may very well come in. This might be the thing because we've got the two people there. But then you're going to go into your brain. You've got 4-4, right? Which is all about mastery. and it feels like you're going to have a very lucid operation from your brain. So where you might have felt tied up in knots before in your thinking, where you butt up against a light, you can't find the answer, you're going to have openness in your brain, which is akin to claircognizance, clairaudience, where you're going to have the answers come through an openness and a separation from your human thinking, right? Human thinking, mastery of the brain, because of what you've gone through. And then we got it there, manifestation, magician and everything, and the King of Wands in connection to the masculine. Connection, masculine and feminine, and the chariot lessons, because of that connection and just knowing so much more, basically. So it seems like a very small thing on the surface, but actually it's a huge thing because it's life-changing. So what's coming in for you this month, it seems like a small thing, but it's going to be a life-changing. You're going to be changed. You will be changed completely. Where are those cards gone again? Hang on, because it says it there. That one and that one. You're going to be changed completely. Seven of Swords, which is lessons, and fear is thinking, right? It's the brain and how it just always wants to worry. And this is a complete change. Five of Wands vibrationally. And although these are lower cards, and that's why I'm saying it seems like a small thing, because at first it's like about the one thing, it's about a twin flame reunion. But that's neither what twin flame reunion is about. It's not about two people coming back together to just have a jolly good time, as much as that might be the case. It's about so much more than that, right? Because it's about where you've come from and what it is and how it comes in and what you realise because of how it comes in and how it changes you because of how it comes in and how it changes everything that you've ever thought and everything that you've ever perceived and everything that you thought you knew, right? And everything that you didn't know. And it changes everything, and suddenly you know everything. You know everything from a vibrational perspective because you just experienced it. You just experienced manifestation of a twin flame energetic union, right? So of course it's a huge thing, not a little thing. And it's not about going down the shops and buying a loaf of bread and a packet of tea. It's about going out into the world and changing other people's lives. So I throw that in. All right. Lots of love. Take care. See you next time.